Hey, it's you, it's me. It's 12 o'clock in the Pacific, 3 Eastern. Let's hope, let's hope the fireside is working better today than it has been for my last couple of shows. It's been really choppy and freezing and not responding and all sorts of stuff. I did uninstall it and reinstall it, hoping that that would maybe clear out some bugs. Um, Dawn says hello with a heart. Hello, hello, my love. Hi, hi, hi. Hope you're having a great day so far. Excuse me. I kind of just whipped down some cream of wheat with maple, organic maple syrup and organic blueberries. Oh my gosh, it was so good. Time flies. Time flies when you're having fun. Um, so yeah, it was like you're hungry. You got to eat before you have your show. So I had to get up and make some food, scarf it down. So anyway, I hope you're having a great day. Hopefully, some other people will join us here. Um, I guess I'll talk about the weather for a minute or two. We have officially started our storm here in San Bernardino, Southern California. We got pummeled hard to the point of a state of emergency a couple weeks ago. And now this is our second little bout of rain. We had some rain the other day, but it didn't do much. Did melt some snow. So hoping for more of that today and tomorrow. We have 2 solid days of rain coming, which I've talked about how water and rain or snow, big time here in Pisces season, is going to be quite the headline. And it has definitely been that, at least here on the, definitely here on the West Coast. California is underwater in many places, and it's only going to get worse after this storm. It's going to be really interesting. Anyway, aside from that, today is March 14th. That's right, March 14th, Tuesday, right? Yeah, Tuesday. Hey, Georgia. Welcome, welcome. I was just thinking of the dates and the day. March 14th, Tuesday, here, 12:02 in the Pacific. Thanks for joining, sweetheart. I hope you're feeling great and having a good day. So today, what we're going to get into is the topic of empaths. I was guided to that topic came through a little bit ago. And we're going to get into empaths. But first, I want to let you know that I have another show on tonight or today, and that is tonight at 5 o'clock Pacific, and that is to go over the Soul Quest program that I am facilitating starting April 3rd. I will be here on Fireside doing that, answering any questions, kind of briefly going over, not too in depth, but briefly going over what this program is all about, with its, for its own show, so people can take a look at that and understand what it is that we're doing with that. So I hope you all join me tonight at 5 o'clock for that. I'm super excited about this program. Very, very excited. And I really hope, well, whoever's meant to be there will be there in the program. And so it's not about the number of people, it's about the quality of people and their intention. And to do something like this, you've got to be really committed to yourself, to your spirituality, to your evolution, to your soul and your soul growth and your destiny and your missions and all that good stuff. Definitely for this, meant for the spiritually awoken person. So anyway, get into that. I'll get into all that later because like if I start, I'll get super excited and continue. So I don't want to do that now because I'm so excited about it. Okay, so empaths. Um, what are empaths? So simply put, empaths are what I like to call human 2.0. Because since, well, the timing of when humans became humans and all of that is uh, under debate as far as I'm concerned, how that all came to be. I'm not really, this isn't the time or place for how humans came to be, but since humans came to be, we haven't evolved. We have been what we are since we became humans. So um, now is when we're evolving. Now is when we're becoming the next version of ourselves in the for the collective, not just one not just one or two or a handful of uh, ultra evolved uh, beings like ascended masters that we know of, but that the collective itself is evolving, and the very way that we perceive, feel, communicate, associate, uh, assimilate, uh, all of those things is changing because humans are evolving to be empaths. Empaths have always existed, but they were far and few between. They were very, very far and few between. Now we're still definitely the minority when it comes to the collective. We're just about 10 to 12% of the population. It is growing. Empaths are have make baby empaths, typically stronger in abilities or having a wider spectrum of abilities than their parents, or at least the same. But every person obviously is unique and individual in how um, those abilities are manifested and cultivated and evolved and grown and all that stuff. So everybody is a little different when it comes to that, but there's definitely universal traits when it comes to empaths. And what I will say is that most likely, if you're guided to me, if you're in the sphere and come back and feel good here, you're probably an empath. I magnetized. I was just telling John the other day. It was like once it activated and I connected to everything about empaths, and that came through me. I was like this lighthouse for empaths. Empaths just came to me. I could identify them. I could talk to them about it, which back in 2016, when this all first happened for me, well, actually, that's not true. It first happened for me in 2013. 2016 is when I learned more like what a physical empath was. So I knew about empaths finally. It was very late in life. Around when I was uh, 38, 37, 38, somewhere in there. It really kicked in when I was around 40 that I really like understood that even more when I went through the process of healing myself, like that took just like an hour, if that. Um, but it was a couple years later that the psychic physical empath awareness and understanding came to me. And it really, like, I really, really began understanding and integrating with that awareness at that point. So, um, but at that point, back in 2016, still, like, most people may have heard of what empaths were, but it wasn't in the zeitgeist the way it is now. People just, thought it was more of a theory than anything. Definitely these last few years have brought that to this, empaths and the awareness of empaths to the surface a whole lot more than ever, which is amazing. I am deeply committed to bringing awareness about empaths, for empaths, to empaths, and really spreading it out as far as getting people to understand what it means to be an empath. It doesn't just mean, oh, I'm sensitive to people. People come to me when they're not feeling good, or I give good advice. Like, that is the most superficial understanding of what it is to be an empath. So one of the things I did was develop a quiz that you can take. It's on my website. It's on both of my websites, thehealingbutterfly.org and archangelslove.com. You can get to it from the main menu. It's the empath quiz. It's 51 questions that will tell you where you land on the empath scale and really kind of set you off in a really empowered way and direction for yourself as you move forward. Understanding yourself more and more as an empath, and how being an empath affects everything in your life. There isn't anything about your life when you're an empath, and even, like, the higher you are on the scale, the more you're going to feel that. When you're a psychic physical empath, you feel in your body what other people feel in their body. Most empaths pick up on the emotions and the energy of others, whether it's positive or negative. You're psychic, telepathic, you're healer, you're clairvoyant, which is psychic, but you're clairvoyant in a various amount of ways. There's like 9 different ways you can be clairvoyant, and I know that everybody has it within them to unlock all of those ways. It just, some are going to be more dominant than others depending on things. And then the more you work with yourself in these ways, the stronger and the more the other abilities will start coming through. People kind of tend to think that, like, oh, I can or can't do this, and that's just the status quo and the way things are. Ooh, I need to plug in my phone. Let's do that one second. Sorry. There we go. So anyway, but back to human 2.0 empath. So the evolved human, the empath, is different than non-empaths, or what I say, the normals, the regulars, human 1.0, in that our neurotransmitters and the way that we feel energy and the energetic field around us is majorly heightened, because our biology, our DNA, when we were created, we have, let's say, way bigger satellites to receive than people who don't. That's what a neurotransmitter is, picking up not only on what's going on within your body, but around you. This is how the fight or flight is set off, and how we are part of nature, quite frankly. Who's this? Oh, you're gone. That was magic. As soon as I look, oh, they're back. Trying to read your name. Fiona. Hi, Fiona. Hello, Fiona. Oh, are you the Fiona with Fireside? Hi, Fiona from Fireside. If that's you. Anyhow, so with that said, with having these larger neurotransmitters, these bigger satellites, we're able to pick up on the energy around us and the energy within people, and have psychic and telepathic communication with beings that are alive in this dimension, in this realm, and also we have the ability to pick up on energies and beings that are beyond this realm and dimension. Naturally, that's how we were created. So many empaths live a life very confused with how and why they feel the way they feel, and how they know they're unlike most other people, but they don't usually know why. I had known from the time I was very, very little that I was doing things that other people couldn't do. Now, granted, for me, that was receiving angel messages and spiritual guidance for people when I was 5 years old. Um, and so it was really obvious with me, being off the charts with all this business, that I was definitely different. But even for people that are not so far off the charts, every single empath has that feeling of I don't belong, I'm different from other people, things affect me differently, I'm super sensitive, I'm really get upset when I see injustice or somebody hurting. Like there's just certain traits about empaths that, with other people just isn't there. Many empaths have emotional, energetic, or physical, or all of the above chronic conditions and illnesses, or at least the perception of that's the case. When in reality, empaths basically pick up on, and not only pick up on, but also absorb the energy of the world, of the people around them, of or wherever they are. They don't even need to be in proximity with people to feel them. And for many of us, our purpose really, and being able to feel so much and perceive so much and process so much on a different level, is so we're less confused about ourselves, our bodies, other people, and the world around us. This is the evolutionary process. The more you're aware, it's kind of like getting big ears or bigger hands to pick things up. It's like evolution makes things happen. And when it's purposeful, when it's beneficial to a species, it blows up within that species. So it'll start not all across the board with every single new person or animal, however you want to put it, within a species. It'll happen gradually, and as that works and as that's figured out, it'll naturally happen more and more. And like I said, empaths make baby empaths. So the purpose of this is to know more, is to be able to be aware of energy. Everything is energy in creation in one way, shape, or form or another. No energy can ever die or fully disappear. It only transmutes. And we, as empaths, are able to tap in, feel, and intentionally transmute the energy within us, around us, within others, from animals to people to spaces and beyond. This is not only helpful for ourselves, this is helpful for other people, obviously. The more we know, the more we can pick up on things and understand and be aware. And that's just more the practical, biological side of it. The other side is our spiritual abilities and connections, and the way that we can tap into our guides and guardians. Like I said, on in different in other dimensions, we can pick up, be communicated with, and have back and forth communication with, and within other realms and dimensions. Of course, not only empaths can do this, but we're hardwired to be able to do this much more easily than the the non-empath and the human 1.0. So there are with it, there is with anything in creation, um, duality. And when it comes to being an empath, one thing to be very, very aware of is how, the more we're energetically tuned in and picking up on, and sensitive and all of those things, um, the more we're aware and sensitive and picking up on all of those things. When we're not in control of what's incoming, when there's no order to the chaos of energy, of creation, of our intertwined realities and energy and dimensions, it can be, and it usually is quite the shit show on one level or another, emotionally, physically, energetically, spiritually, or all of the above for people. Because the more that you feel, the more that you tap into, the more that you are doing it unconsciously and unintentionally and all of that, um, the more it's difficult to have any kind of normalcy in your life, because it's all coming at you without you having control of it. And that's how I lived most of my life. I had no idea what my body could do or was doing, as it was mostly ill and feeling like crap and in pain, really bad pain, chronic pain. I was disabled. And it just got worse and worse as I got older, but it started at a very, very young age. Very young age, I was having physical issues, like when I was 1 and 2, before I was spiritually connected and picking things up, and nobody ever made that connection. Well, she's psychic and she's sensitive energetically, or whatever, however they would have said it back in the early 70s, and she also has these physical issues. I wonder if these are connected. Nobody made that association, not even my parapsychologist grandfather, when I finally got with him in Colombia, where I was born, when we went to go visit when I was 9, and stayed for like 6 months. I worked a lot with him. Um, he taught me astral projection and working with pendulum and hypnosis and all sorts of stuff. I was just so much fun for him. And I had fun with him too. But even he didn't say, oh, well, you get headaches, you get stomach aches, your body hurts, you can't sleep, like all of these things that I would experience. Like nobody could ever figure out why, because things would come and go, and I would feel like crap, and I would feel good. And there's also like, is she like making this up? Because it was very confusing. And that was the state of affairs for me for about 40 years, to the point where I was on disability many times. I couldn't work. I struggled deeply. I was in deep depression, being in pain all the time. I couldn't have a normal social life. I couldn't be a normal mother. The list goes on and on. And while not every empath has such an intense, over the top story like I do, everybody that comes to me has some variation of that story. And this is why I do a lot of what I do, to help people understand, to go from being super sick, chronically ill, depressed and suicidal, unable to be social, to hold down a job, to have any sort of semblance of normalcy, to have interpersonal relationships that are really confusing, because of what you feel and what you know versus what you're seeing and hearing and experiencing. Um, that it can be very, very tough, very tough. On the light side, people have depression and anxiety, OCD, addictions. That's on the light side. I'm gonna check in. Looks like maybe Dawn said something here. Reminds me of the elephants now being born without tusks to survive poaching. The change, yes, exactly. The change is evolving. Exactly. We evolve um to give us a leg up. We never devolve. Either we go extinct or we evolve. We get better. Things are shaped within us and in our bodies um, to preserve our life, to extend our life, to make our lives easier. And looking at all different types of animals, even looking at, cats. There's so many species of cats, and depending on where a type of feline is in the world and their climate depends on what they look like. They're in the snow, they have super thick hair, big fat paws. If they're in the desert, they have um, long bouncy legs and big huge ears. And I mean, just looking at felines can just show you how species evolve to adapt to make life better and easier, because life is not easy for anybody. Um so like I was saying, on the light side, it could be anxiety, depression, those types of emotional things, because most empaths pick up on how people feel and the energy of people or animals, and that's kind of the baseline for empaths, and then it changes from there. I, as a psychic physical empath, not only am I psychic, not only am I very sensitive to energy and telepathic, but I can literally feel in my body what other people feel in their body, exactly how they feel it. And I know that's wild to wrap your head around. How is that possible? Exactly how you feel it. So, if you have a headache, if you have a stomach ache, if your back hurts, if your knee hurts, if you whatever, whatever, I my neurotransmitters, my satellite goes, oh, we got pain. We got something wrong over there. This is what it feels like. This is what you're feeling. Now, when you don't know what you're doing, we don't know what's happening, when that sounds absolutely sci-fi and fantastical, even if you did hear what that was, I never even heard that concept until I knew that concept for myself when I was over 40 years old. Um, it's it's like, yeah, exactly how. But here's the kicker. Excuse me, here's the kicker. I don't get that one at a time. It's not like everybody's energy gets in line and it just comes through one at a time. It's like, oh, there's a stomach ache, there's joint pain, oh, there's depression, there's suicidal thoughts, there's whatever, whether it's emotional or physical. It all is happening at once. So it's a tsunami of information and physical feelings within my body all happening at the same time, which is just a complete shit show, especially when you have no idea that that's what your body's doing. So this is why it could be ever changing, because depending on who you're around and how they're feeling depends on how you're feeling and where you are in proximity to people and how close you are to people and what's going on with the whole environment that you're in. So basically, I spent most of my time exhausted and in pain in one way or another. from digestion to joint pain to headaches. I would get pain in my muscles and fibers and joints that I didn't even think existed. I know radiating pain, stabbing pain, shooting pain, aching pain. I know there's more. Um, and they can all, nerve pain, muscle pain, joint pain, stomach pain, you name it, and it all could happen at the same time. So no wonder I could barely get out of bed for a lot of my life. And I mean, it was really severe. My rheumatologist said I was the most severe case she had ever seen, especially for somebody as young as me. I was finally diagnosed when I was 26. My son was already 4 years old, and life was no bueno. I was in hell every single day, and it just got worse and worse and worse. But this started when I was very, very young. I was eventually diagnosed with what's known as fibromyalgia. And I know now that anybody with fibromyalgia, it is purely an energetic illness. Anybody with fibromyalgia, just like me, um, uh, every single person, every single one of those people have uh, either they are an empath or they're at least highly sensitive people who absorb and feel energy. Uh-oh. Oh, Georgia says, sounds like you're referring to me. I wouldn't doubt it, Georgia. I wouldn't doubt it. Let me see something here really quick. Oh, there we go. So anyway, hopefully, am I good with are we good here? Because the thing came up that we were having issues again. So hopefully we're good. Um, so what still many people who even think they understand empaths don't recognize and realize is that we have the ability to be in control. Let's see what Dawn says here. All good so far. Okay, I just got a message. Okay, good. Maybe reinstalling it did the trick. Maybe it did. So anyway, we have the power to control what our bodies do. And the kind of consensus is from most of everything that I read about empaths is it is what it is. Your shit situation with feeling the way you do, either physically or energetically or psychically or energetically, maybe I said that twice, uh, is what it is. And you just have to maybe stay away from people, avoid doing certain things or going certain places, et cetera, et cetera. When the fact of the matter is that if we think logically, right? If we think logically about being autonomous, being sovereign, being a person within our own body vehicle with a consciousness and the ability to move autonomously, at least for most of us, move autonomously as we wish, right? That it would make sense that what we're experiencing energetically, we can also control. We just need to learn how. What our bodies do, how it works, why it does what it does, and how to work with our bodies and control the energy and how we perceive our bodies and what it's doing and change our mindset across the board. All of humanity needs to do this of course, but change our mindset from whatever your body is doing, it's doing it, and you just have to deal with it, to I am in control of what my body does. And if my body's doing something that's uncomfortable or painful or not working properly, then I need to do something to make that go away and get back to stable or neutral or, positive energy. Because it is not the way we're meant to be, to be suffering in our bodies, to be in pain, to have chronic illnesses, to have chronic situations and conditions and stuff like that. We have those situations because energetically things are not right. And if we've been hurt and injured, and it's really difficult to heal, then it's because our life force is bogged down with energy that is getting in the way of our life force and the way we can stabilize, clear, be in flow, be connected with everything, all our chakras and energy systems and everything that needs to work the way that it does. Something to understand is our bodies are very basic in how it communicates with us. Very basic. I'm tired, I'm hungry, it's too dark, it's too light, I don't like it here, I like it here, this feels good, this doesn't feel good. It's very, very basic. But if we don't pay attention to those basic communications, like I'm tired, go to sleep, I'm hungry, eat, this makes me uncomfortable or nervous or whatever, what's that about? Let's rectify the situation. We just kind of pile on and ignore what the body does and just go, go, go and go, oh, I don't feel good, but take a pill for that. And we just treat ourselves and our bodies and our understanding and our awareness of it in a very out of control way. And it's especially important for empaths to be in control because of the way that we feel. Now, I went from being somebody, the way that I call it is all the windows open, all the doors open, and just energy flying at me constantly, and me being completely oblivious, totally ignorant to what was going on and why things would, I'd feel great, then I would be exhausted. I could, it was just, I'd be, this would hurt, then that would stop, and then something else would hurt, and then, it was just constant since forever with me in this lifetime. And then once I started to spiritually awaken and be aware and then be guided to heal myself in a really miraculous event. You can read about that on my Medium. It's at the very top of my Medium profile. What's it called? Let me get to that real quick. I'll tell you guys, you can take a look at this. You can read about this if you want to. I've talked about it. Well, I've talked about it in different times, but it's at the very, very top of my Medium, and my Medium is medium.com/@Infiniti_963. And Infiniti_963 or Infiniti963 is basically my handle across everywhere to find me. If I'm going to be on a platform, you can find me with that handle, FYI. So it's at the very top. It says instant healing the day I escaped fibromyalgia forever. And that explains this event that happened to me, this amazing, beautiful, divine, multi-dimensional, majorly spiritual, life altering, paradigm shifting event that at the end of that timeline, the day when that started brings us to today. Now that I think about it, really with everything that I do, because I went from not being able to do anything barely to now being a spiritual guide and teacher and supersonic psychic and healer and travel and all these things because of what happened that day and what I was told and what I experienced. Now I healed myself that day because I eliminated the energy from my guides telling me what to do. I eliminated that energy that was stuck in me that was like gunk. It was like, imagine pipes that have never been cleaned and all that nastiness that builds up over time, stuck in your system, getting in the way, like pulling you down, like literal sludgy nastiness is what I had going on. So I eliminated all that very quickly, and I felt like I never felt in my life. And it took some time after that. That was the beginning of quite the journey, but it wasn't the next day where I'm like, oh, I can do this with other people. It just still didn't. I knew from that experience that I had always been a medicine man or a woman, that I'd always felt with energy and healed with energy. I just didn't think it applied to this lifetime. It took me a while to understand that. I'm like, oh, now I can do that. I understood that I did it, like, it was a very weird thing to assimilate to and to integrate and to understand, because never ever I heard anything about like that. And it was me about me. And it was like, sometimes it takes a while for things to sink in. So, anyway, um, I know from my own experience, and at this point working with a lot of people in this regard, how much we can heal ourselves to go from disabled, uninvolved, unconnected, depressed, suicidal, in chronic pain situation in life that literally is barely worth living, to thriving, no pain, no chronic anything, being super exponentially more healthy, happy, strong, energetic than you could ever imagine. So I know that from personal experience. I know that from duplicating that with other people over time. And it all starts with understanding what it is to be an empath. And I implore you to go to my website, take the quiz, see where that leads you into the future for yourself, to understand, to be a strong and healthy and connected and powerful as you can possibly be. Now, is there any questions about empaths or how we work? I'm going to wrap this up for now. Hopefully I got you kickstarted and excited to learn more, to share this with other people that you think, wonder if that person's an empath. They seem to have these issues or whatever. Share this information if you have any questions or anything to add. Dawn, if you could think of anything to add, please drop that in. If not, then there you go, you guys. I am currently working. I have to get back to work on it soon, probably in April. We can get back to finalizing my updated and revised Essential Empath book. We're almost done with it. So if you're not already subscribed to my website, please subscribe to my website, subscribe to my Medium. I always post on there what's going on, sometimes even before I post to my website or send emails out, to be honest. So definitely subscribe to my Medium. And what else? I think that's it. I guess, for now, when it comes to empaths. Okay. So, with all that said, we're going to get into the Oracle of the Day. We'll see how and what comes up for us. And then we'll do a spirit walk. Hi, kitty cat. Let's see. What cards am I getting? Oh, I know. Here we go. Let's write these. And that. Okay, so we're going to get into, let me just make sure here, no comments, no questions. Okay. So we're going to get into the Starseed Oracle. The Starseed Oracle. So Starseed Oracle is definitely more obviously starseed focused. Starseeds are known as beings who have lived lives, most likely multiple lifetimes, have reached a certain point in their soul evolution, I guess you could say, their status within their spirituality, and even how their possibly how different technologies, spiritual or electronic, have influenced their growth and evolution from different planets and star systems and different timelines throughout the multiverse, who have been enlisted and chosen to incarnate here as humans. I would say probably basically all star seeds are empaths. Same goes for earth angels. All earth angels are also empaths. And so there's a lot of crossover. But anyway, guided to the Starseed Oracle today. So let's do some shuffling and clearing. Haven't worked with this deck in quite a long time. I don't even know when last time I picked up this deck, but I really like it. It has wonderful energy and messages. Everybody that I know has it, really loves this oracle, but it's just not one that I'm guided to use as often as like my shamanic ones, let's just say. Okay. Oops, we have a stowaway. we have one from my other deck in there. There's one you've in there. Did that just happen? I didn't see that before. Okay. No. Oh, that sage smells so good. Sage and Palo Santo. Such an amazing combination. Okay, so for clearing energy and for bringing in positive energy in your field and around you. Oh, and I never put on my candles. Let's do that very quickly before we get into the oracle, shall we? 1 second. In the meantime, if you can just think about lighting your own candles, grabbing your own crystals, getting into making sure TVs, radio, other things are off besides just some nice frequency music. Can you guys hear my music, by the way? Can you tell me if you can hear that music in the background? And I've been really bad about, and I apologize if anybody's on YouTube, that yesterday's show and today's show, I didn't get on YouTube. Dawn, if you can try to remember to remind me. You can't hear my music in the background. Okay. Okay, I didn't think so. So that's why the other day when we did the spirit walk on the full moon, maybe it was louder that day, but I usually keep it at that volume. I was really surprised that that picked up. So you could kind of hear like two different songs, I guess, or tracks going on. We do have people here on YouTube. I don't think anybody's been in the chat though. Oops, let me do that. Okay. So thanks for being here with me, you guys, on YouTube. I'm so sorry it's taken me so long to log on here. So now I've got the chat open. If anybody wanted to comment, I'm on here now. So I need to get better about that. But thanks for joining me, you guys. Okay. So once again, we're going to be doing this every single day, Monday through Friday till the end of the month. Topic or / energy update, oracle reading, and then a spirit walk. And the purpose here is to get the information and messages that we need to help us either in the moment or generally speaking for our lives, to offer some insight It's not for any one person, but for all of us to receive. I'm going to go with this one right here. Okay, all paths lead home. Oh, I love this. Inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, all paths lead home. Oh, that is like, I can already know it's perfect as far as how that is connected with the Soul Quest program that that is my, feels like my breath these days. But let's see here. Card number 3. Well, they don't really number them, but I did. Page 34. Yeah, they're not numbered in this deck, which is different. All paths lead home. Okay, here we go, everybody. It's normal to look at the external world for answers and guidance. What's revolutionary is turning your gaze inward. You're being called to source your guidance from within. You're being called to source your guidance from within, to study the terrain of your inner landscape, to develop a reliable relationship with your soul. The more time you spend connecting with your soul, the deeper the connection will become. See what I said about the soul quest? The challenge for empaths. See, I can't make this shit up. That's why I love the oracles so much. Backing me up. Always backing me up. Can't make it up. Can't. It's magical. The challenge for empathy is, this is it right there. This is it right there. Let's see. I get such a kick out of this shit. The challenge for empaths is staying connected without cutting off the world. The best way to do this is to develop a daily practice that helps you to keep checking in, to draw on the wisdom within, and let that be the authority in your life. Yes! I love it! If this card appears, you may be called to develop or switch up your spiritual practice. To get in the habit of tuning your gaze within and getting centered for the day before consuming anything from the outside world. We talked about this yesterday as well. To start from a feeling of at homeness, and throughout the day to find simple ways to keep coming home. Oh, I love this. This is so perfect. This doesn't mean switching off from the realities of today's world. We need as many conscious people as possible living with their eyes wide open. Here, here. Rather, it's a call to start your day from a place of connectedness, grace, and devotion. So when you go out into the world and when you let the world in, you do it from an unshakable state of being. Oh, I love this so much. A state where you draw your strength, authority, and guidance from a place deep, deep within. And Starseed Soul Inquiry, how are you being called to turn your gaze within? Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Can't. I can't. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely backing me up for everything that I've been talking about and doing. This card here, all paths lead home. Yes, dear empaths, from the deep understanding and our awareness from within, most definitely, and understanding totally ties into yesterday. Yes, it does. Dawn says totally ties into yesterday. It does tie into yesterday. It ties into the Soul Quest program. It ties into the topic of the day today. Everything divinely. The magical world I live in is just gives me a thrill and a kick every single day. So how are you being guided to turn your gaze within? Um how are you being guided to connect with your body, your energy, your soul, your destinies, your true identity, all of those things, what your body is and how it works, and your energy and the systems, and like I was saying before, the consensus is for empaths is you're too sensitive, you got to adjust yourself, you got to, close off, don't experience life in certain ways. And when I barely had the tiniest little crack open of being aware and awoken, I knew that was wrong. I that that was clear. Wait, this message is fear based, and 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 victimizes empaths. Like it's like you have this horrible disability about you that you just have to adjust to because you're this delicate, fragile, oversensitive, weak person, when the opposite is what's true. The exact opposite. Like I said, human 2.0, we're the ones evolving. We're the ones that are the very first ones having to really figure this out. And luckily, this is all happening in the day and age of this technology, that we can really spread awareness about things. And when it comes down to it, this is about the health of humanity. I don't mean to be hyperbolic, dramatic, but it's the truth. It's the truth. And I love this message about going deep and checking in and knowing that everything that you need to know about you and where you're going and what you're feeling is found within, not without. And there's many distractions and a lot of chaos to pull us out of ourselves all the time. And like this card says, before you even start the day, devote yourself to your own body and energy and spirit. Connect with your sacred space, with nature, with everything you have intention to experience in the world in your day. Set your tone for yourself. It's important to feel what we feel. That's the purpose of our evolving. It's not to figure out how to cut it off. It's to figure out and understand how to be in control of how we feel and when we feel. So way back when I was willy-nilly, doors open and windows open and feeling everybody all the time, it was like the movie that just won all the Oscars. Everything, everywhere, all at once. It was like every piece of shit hitting me all the time, no matter what. That would have been my movie. Um, and once I really started to understand what I was feeling and doing, and started to just be guided to do things and experience things, and to go in directions that I never thought possible, with exploring and trusting and having faith in where I was guided to understand things, led me to know that I'm in control. No matter how off the charts a psychic, physical, empath I happen to be, I'm in control of the energy that comes through to me now. So now I don't feel all the things from everybody. People can be in pain, and I can maybe pick up on it, but the way that it's really designed for me now, the way that I understand it now, is that I decide I'm going to tap in with this person to feel what they feel and let everything come through. Otherwise, doors and windows are shut and locked. I'm just feeling me for the most part, and I have this filter for what comes through. I have a system in place to check in with my body, to check in with my guides, to know what's going on, not to wonder what the hell is happening. I know what's going on. And that is the most empowering thing ever, that I hope again to duplicate again and again with people. So anyway, that's that. that's that. If there's any questions or comments about this wonderful card and it coming in to back me up, I love all that. It's like water energy, um, uh, galactic energy, crystal energy. It's just absolutely beautiful. These cards are really muted, so it's kind of the way it is with these cards. So they're just a very pale, really pretty cards. Okay, so there we go. There we go with that. I guess that's it, everybody. Yes. Oh, whoopsie, no questions there. Alrighty, just a bunch of hearts. Thank you for the hearts, Georgia. Um, okay, so with that said, I'm gonna drink some tea and then we're gonna get into the spirit walk. What time is it? Okay, we're right at an hour. I was thinking these would be an hour, but I guess we're probably gonna be closer to like 120 today. So please set your space, turn off lights, get comfortable, light your candles if you haven't already, grab your crystals as always. Remember, the most important thing here is to keep your eyes closed, use an eye mask if you have it, something to cover your eyes so it makes it nice and dark. I've got used to not doing that because I need to be able to open my eyes and make sure things are going on as I'm guided to. So I will turn off my light a little bit. I will put on some louder music here now that I know I didn't do it earlier because I like to have music you guys can hear. But since the connection and Fireside has been choppy and stuff, I didn't want another, like I do have music going on in both my rooms on my TV. So wasn't sure if it was a bandwidth thing, if it was, what was going on. But anyway, so give me a second here. Let me get some music going. Where is, huh, okay. Oh, no. How weird. Like the normal way that, okay, maybe it's over here. No, the normal way that you see like the channels you're subscribed to isn't like, it's different. It's not, I don't understand it. I don't like it because I don't get my list the way I'm used to. I don't get it. Well, whatever. What's new? Me not getting things. So I talked about this channel before. It's called Infinity Realms. I really, really like it. I saw this come out. It was 2 days ago, and I still hadn't listened to it. Let me just take a quick listen here and see if this is going to feel good. Whoops. Come on. I do like it. It's called Sea Maiden Cinematic Meditative Ambient Music, Lush and Lovely Watery Relaxation. So tapping with that water energy. Can you guys hear it? This is a lot of what they do here on this channel is very shamanic, which of course I'm into. And I love many of the tracks, if not all of the tracks, all of them. This is the latest one. So hopefully you guys can hear that okay. Let me know. Can you hear that all right? Oopsie. Come on. Yeah, the responsiveness to me, like tapping on stuff, is not. There we go. It's not coming through clearly and kind of overpowers me. Okay. All right. Maybe there's definitely kind of lower tone, so let's do something else. I'm gonna go to an 852 hertz. Being guided to an 852 hertz here. So 1 second. Let's see what this is. Oh, I can't hear this at all. It's on full blast. That's wild. Sorry, guys. Hold on for me. Let's see what this one is. Okay. Hopefully that's good. That's better. It doesn't have the lower. It has higher tones. It says the 852 love frequency, raise your energy vibration, unconditional love for deep meditation. Is that all right? I'm assuming yes, that we're good. Okay, okay. Guess we're going. Guess we're good. All right. Let me turn this. Whoa, that's not it. Turn that down. There we go. Okay, get the thumbs up. Good. Okay, again, this is the 852. This frequency really helps to stabilize the body, calm the system, and open up to loving vibrations, especially from our guides and guardians. So hopefully you guys can feel that and hear that, and it feels good to you, and you can hear me okay as well. With that said, let's get to it. Dawn, if you can mark the time on, well, I guess we're an hour and 7 minutes in, so if you can just mark the time on that. And maybe hopefully for the oracle, we're going to go back and put timestamps on these so it's easy for finding things in the replay. All right, you guys, let's do it. Thanks again for being here. Let's take a deep breath. Again, make sure that you're stable in your seat no matter how you're sitting. Shoulders back, chest out, chin up, straight and not tilted in the pelvis or the hips. You can have your hands in namaste at your between your breasts at your chest if that feels good. You can have your palms open and on your thighs if that feels good. You can be holding crystals as well if that feels good. most important thing when doing these meditations or any meditation is that it feels good, that you're physically comfortable, is really important so you're not distracted with the physical body not being comfortable. So shift and move around as needed throughout. Don't feel like you have to stay in place. If you get itchy, scratch. If you need to move or sway, adjust yourself. Just try to keep your eyes closed as much as you can throughout. So this will help. Again, something over your eyes to make it nice and dark is really, really helpful for activating that third eye, your pineal gland. Okay. So let's take some cleansing breaths through in and out of our nose. Connecting with the body. Just feel your face, top of your head, your neck, your chest, your upper back, your torso, your stomach, your lower back, your shoulders and your shoulder blades, your arms, your elbows, your hands. Just really feel into the body. Do me a favor now, and I want to take your hands. If you're holding on to crystals, please put them down gently. Take your hands out of the position they were in. And what I want you to do is clench your fists, clench your body, nice and tight. Bring those arms in, clench. You can even bend over, clench, clench, clench. Clench down really, 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 really tight. Clench, clench, clench. And then at the count of three, I'm going to say release. And I want you to really let go and release. Bring your arms up and feel that surge of energy, okay? So we're clenching, clench, clench, clench. Clench the body, clench the fists, the arms. Feel everything tight, 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 tight. And then 1, 2, 3, release. Take a breath, open up. Lift up your arms, wiggle your fingers. Really stretch those arms out. Pull your shoulders back. Move around. Feel what that energy feels like when you do that. There we go. I'll go back to whatever position feels good to you, or whatever new position feels good to you from here. Opening up the chest, lifting the chin, and breathing in and out of the nose. Think of inhaling and bringing that life force air element into the body, connecting with your bloodstream and pulling that through the entire body. Life force energy really calling in and opening up the doors for our guides and guardians to come in, be all very close to us. And they're saying that they're purifying our space that is around us, in our homes, in the room that we're in. They say, let's purify the space around you. Let's think of the energy outside of the body and in the room you're in the home you're in. Think of the walls and the floors and the furniture and all the knickknacks and the clothes and the utensils and the food and the drink and everything else, the other beings, the other animals, the plants, whatever you have going on in your space, books, televisions, things of electronics, all these types of things that are in your space. Just kind of take a mental inventory through memory, go through your home and take a look around at all of the objects in your space. Just answer this quick question our guides are asking us. Are there things in your space that don't need to be there? If anybody says, no, I'm be there. Things we just accumulate, stuff that piles up, things we need to get through. At the very least, there's things that need to be organized. But most likely, we have things that we don't need in our space. So they're saying to us, think about, think about spending some time and taking inventory of your space and what is energetically connected to you in your space. If it's the whole house that is yours, take it room by room. If you just have a room that's just yours, start there. And then maybe talk to the other members of your household about what needs to go. This is the perfect time. It's called spring cleaning coming up. We can start now because everything in our environment holds an electric charge, and anything that we have ownership of is corded and connected to us. We are energetically bound and responsible for those things. So that's why less is more when it comes to things and stuff and material items. To just have what we really need, what really lights us up, what is really meaningful to us, to purge out, donate, throw away, give away things that we don't need, that don't resonate with us. So this is what's coming through right now, and the need to really work on clearing our space. And most likely, you have that corner, that room, that closet, that attic, that garage, that back house, that storage unit, whatever it is that has a bunch of shit you don't need. Commit yourself, please, to make it a priority to clean up and get rid of as much as possible, because as a human, but especially as an empath, that is going to free up a lot of energy around you. The less junk and stuff you have in your space, the more energy can flow freely. If anything, then there's just, normal cleanup. But I'm seeing the need to get behind furniture, under furniture, really pull things out and get really, really clean in our environment here. Our guides and guardians, your angels, are going through your space, much like lighting sage and helping that. They're divinely clearing the energy around your space. Please think of places in your space that may hold a negative charge. And really send your guides and guardians there with the intention of clearing the attachment within the energetic field and the plasma of your space, and how it's connected to you, to any arguments or fights or places, anything like that, or where you happen to go, if it's your bed or a chair or a couch or a room or whatever that may be extra heavy energetically, and just send the intention there to clear it, to clean it up energetically. I want you to see this beautiful, it's like this bluish purple light, very, very similar to like ultraviolet light and how that cleans. That's what's coming through. That's what our angelics are using right now. So it's not the usual like white or copper or rainbow light. This is that like very bright light blue or purple color with the ultraviolet and how that cleans. So really think of that and divinely how it's going through your home, and it's all around you. You could really etherically see and feel around you as it's just taking over, and it's actually now growing on its own. It's moving from floor space to furniture, cabinets, clothes, walls, ceilings, curtains, blinds, knickknacks, everything. You want to see this and feel this and understand that this is all, this energy is going over and surrounding everything, every utensil, every box or bag of food in your pantry. Every glass, every plate, every sock, every t-shirt, every pair of jeans, jacket, mittens, whatever it is that you have inside your home or whatever is connected to your home and to you. Even this includes your car. So think about your car, the exterior, the interior of your car getting cleaned up and cleared energetically here. Light coming through to help disperse heavy negative energy in our field. Want you to see your entire space, everything from top to bottom, and you sitting there. If you're looking at yourself from the outside and you're looking in the window at yourself sitting there, you're going to see this wonderful glow within the house and you sitting within it and it coming over you as well. So this ultraviolet blue purple light emanating from the windows, filled up in your space and now going outside of your space, covering all of the area that is your space. If you happen to live in a connected building or apartments, this energy is going to go over the entire structure of your home. So if it's a single family home or a condo or a high rise or anything in between, this energy is going to encapsulate it in a dome. Take yourself outside on the street and look at your home or the building that you live in and see the entire thing in a dome of this beautiful light. And feel that energy. It's very high vibrational, might make you very tingly, might feel it on the surface of your skin. My tongue and my teeth vibrate with this. It's like very intense. Um, so let's take a moment here to really see this. Really see this from the outside, from the inside. See yourself going through your closet and everything in your closet is glowed up. Look out the window to your porch, your backyard, or your driveway, whatever that it is, and see it lit up. Even your toilet is lit up. The mirrors are lit up. I want you to really see it everywhere. Everything is lit up and glowing and bright and high vibrational. Now I want you to tune in. What is there that even with all this energy doesn't belong? Where are those places and spaces in the house? Anything stick out for you? Any kind of beacon to, it would be even better if this wasn't here. And let's remind ourselves that when we make space by removing what doesn't belong in our lives, we allow what does to come in and fill that space. Letting go and releasing what no longer serves us, what is taking from us energetically. It's one of the best gifts we can give to ourselves. There's no need to be attached to so much stuff and clutter and business that is old in various ways. Everything holds a charge energetically. Everything that holds a charge energetically in your space and that's connected to you affects you in some way. So make it count, make it strong, make it powerful, or eliminate it. I highly suggest for those of you who are planning to join me on the Soul Quest program to make this a priority before the program starts. And even if you're not, make it a priority to have that done before the end of the month. You'll feel fantastic. Take a couple deep breaths here. See yourself walking in your space, coming home from being out, and how light and bright and positive the energy is here. The angels are, I literally have never seen them do this before, but this is really cool. They're literally like blowing bubbles, like, or blowing like blowing balloons of just love energy, and all sorts of like, it's all love based, but these like balloons of energy that are just kind of tossed around your space, that as you and others move around your home are going to pop these balloons of love, unconditional love energy. So they say, try to go in search of them later on. Try to find these bubbles of energy, these balloons of energy. You'll be guided to them. You may smell roses or some other type, jasmine or lily, some other type of high frequency flower that you recognize. Could even be citrus or fruity. That it'll maybe be a pop of scent or just a vibration, or you may even see light etherically. But they're doing this. They're saying we all deserve these wonderful gifts and surprises to feel. They leave them in places for our animals to find, for us to find. They say we love you so much. Thank you for being here and working with them and opening up your home and being open to receive this gift of love and clearing and stabilizing energy. We're always here to assist you in helping yourself to feel better, to make your space feel better, always. Call on us to guide you, to help clear you in your space whenever you need it. You can repeat this meditation, this channeling, or you can just think about it and work with your guides, work with your angelics, and feel them come through. They're pointing us to our beds and where we rest, where we go to sleep, where we nap, where we dream, where we rejuvenate and recoup and recharge. So see that space, see yourself, feel yourself in bed, whether you're there or not. Feel yourself in bed, all cozy under your blankets, with your animals if you have them, and see this amazing glow around your bed. There's another dome around your bed. There's a beautiful pink glow. And like in a aurora borealis, there's these waves of teal and green light that come through, so it's kind of like the pink or the fuchsia of a sunset, and then the energy of an aurora borealis with the green and the teal coming through and lighting everything up. They want you to feel uh, as relaxed and light and supported and in a magical space when you go to sleep. See it as a docking station, a portal to connect with your soul and your body. timelines, downloads, upgrades, activations, connections, and the uh, quicksilver ribbons of divine light that we can connect to, that transport us into different realms, dimensions, universes, to different galaxies, planets, divine spaces that are created for us. They want us to see this magical space lit up, activated with us, very conscious of that as we go to sleep, if you can remember that. To be conscious, to connect and to activate. And one of your intentions is to program yourself to automatically uh, uh, release the thought forms and energy that has attached to you on any given day. That it's kind of like it's kind of like popping latches. And so when you pop those latches and you release that tightness and that force that's holding it to you, you allow for Gaia, the angelics, and all of your spirit guides and guardians, but mostly your own body and soul, to take care of that energy, to transmute it and disperse it, to recycle it through your own system, or to let it go and transmute as it's necessary to do so. So please have that intention at this time, to be in your portal of your sweet resting place, and all of that energy in this beautiful dome that surrounds, that sphere that surrounds you when you're in that space, and having those intentions when you rest. That your body, your mental body, your physical body, your mental body, your emotional body will settle and relax comfortably. Will follow your intention to disengage from this reality, to let your body relax to the point of sleep, that your sleep is beneficial, healing, and productive. And that when you wake up, whether it's from a nap or from a night's sleep, whatever that it may be, that when you wake up, you have a sense of peace, of stability, of belonging, of love and unity and purpose. You feel better than you did the day before, and every single day you feel better than you did the day before. So they say this is where we'll leave you, feeling that wonderful positive energy in and around you, not just for your wake state, but for your sleep and dream state as well. I truly hope that this channeling and astral meditation has left you feeling exponentially better than when we started. Thanks again for being here with me live or in the replay. When you watch this again, please stay in this space as long as feels good. And remember, you can come back and do this again at any time. I love you all dearly. Those of you soul family on both sides of the veil, I cherish you and honor you and love you, and we'll be with you again soon. Back tonight again, remember, for that live for the Soul Quest, and then tomorrow again as well at noon. Hope to see you there. Thank you to everybody. Love you, love you, love you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye for now.